This event is about collaboration. It's purposely designed to be small. It's not a conference. We've already identified opportunities that we'd like to pursue, and we've already realized what the challenges are likely to be. I probably also need to explain the title. Digital cultural heritage is not the same as digital heritage and culture. This is the title of an authoritative book which was published less than a year ago. The book focuses broadly on digital technologies to enhance, I think, what we would call visitor experiences, whether they're in museums or at sites or at monuments. We focus on research, and we use the latest technologies to link heritage data that's held in different systems in different countries. We show how this approach enriches our understanding of the human past, and probably almost more importantly, how it makes it relevant to scholarship, to society, and to the economy. This visualization of the data cloud may be familiar to some of you, but is possibly very unfamiliar to most of you. Dominic Oldman has adapted it to show part of the heritage sector, and I've adapted it further to show his project research space. He'll be arriving later this morning, and tomorrow we'll be talking about this web of data. Today, when we welcome our guests from China, we should remember that an inaugural meeting about linked data with the inventor of the web, Sir Tim Berners-Lee, took place in Beijing in April 2008. And we'll be talking more about that tomorrow, too. Today, we want to talk about the event that has brought us here. We have a two-year research networking scheme grant. The network began in spring 2014 with funding from a UK research council. 2 years ago, it piloted the possibility of having foreign co-investigators. Many of you know that I am foreign, an American whose entire career has been spent in the University of Oxford. I've always promoted international collaboration. So it isn't really at all surprising that I was among the first to apply for the foreign co-investigators. The grant of £35,000, about 50,000 US dollars, is from the AHRC, that is the UK Research Council for the Arts and the Humanities. This is not a large amount of money. Such an amount over 2 years can work quite well for talking about doing something in Britain, perhaps with Europe, perhaps even with the United States. But I didn't want to talk about it. I wanted to do it. I wanted to work directly with Asia. And I wanted results. This, of course, was a huge challenge. And I warmly acknowledge additional support from the University of Oxford's eResearch Center, its IT services, the Humanities Division, the Said Business School, and, of course, the China Center. What were we asked to do? I quote from the website, "The scheme is designed to support forums for the discussion and exchange of ideas on a specified thematic area, issue, or problem. It's designed to facilitate interactions between researchers and stakeholders and to stimulate new debate across boundaries." What did we say we would do? We said we would promote collaboration between the UK and Asia in key areas of digital cultural heritage. We said we would promote the adoption of international standards and open source software, and that we would develop partnerships with universities, with museums, with libraries, and with policymakers. What have we actually done? What we have done is found colleagues who want to explore with us the potential of linking and sharing digital resources. We have, for example, already begun discussions with CADAL, a major digital library based in a major university. We'll be talking about that tomorrow. Technology can do wonderful things, but success depends on people, on building relationships. Professor Ding Ning has coordinated activities in China and has been a source of great support. Joshua Seufert is the University of Oxford's specialist Chinese librarian, fluent in Mandarin and with well-established links in China. He is also a digital expert. I could not have had a better help in Oxford. I knew about Dr. Susan Whitfield's work many years before this network. I knew it through the International Dongwang Project, which she directs. And as she'll be telling us tomorrow, this project has both museums and libraries, and that means that it's absolutely ideal for linked heritage data. Furthermore, because of the CADAL work and because of the Dongwang work, we've structured this event around two case studies, one around the library platform, the other around a site. Sebastian Ratz is the chief data architect for the University of Oxford, and Dominic Oldman is the director of Research Space. Both of them have already started working with Joshua and his colleagues in the CADAL library, and tomorrow you'll be hearing from them about the technologies and the standards we're using, and about this really very exciting collaboration. I had not met Professor Ding Ning when he invited me to Beijing in the autumn of 2011. He knew me from my work on ancient Greek art, a subject he particularly likes. And here you see him on the Athenian Acropolis. We met in April 2012 in Peking University's Sackler Museum. He visited Oxford later that year, and together we helped plan this program. The background to our collaboration lies in the Cultural Heritage Program, which I launched in 2013 to promote teaching and research across the university in broadly defined cultural heritage. But I also did this to promote international collaborations. The site's top banner suggests the global aspiration, with the art of the East on the right and the art of the West on the left. The larger image will be familiar to many of you. And the background to the Cultural Heritage Program lies in Claros. This is a linked data pilot project that we began here in Oxford in 2008. Its banner and its site style were simply copied for the Cultural Heritage Program. And both of these websites use Google Translate, as you can see highlighted with the little red arrow. And we've done this because we want to make the point to everyone that we are trying to be accessible to all. Lauren told you quite a bit about the university's background in the study of China. It serves to strengthen the point that although our project looks to the future, it is very firmly based in past scholarship in, for example, the university's Faculty of Oriental Studies, in its museums, and in its collections. Originally, the Chinese art was in what was at that time called the Museum of Eastern Art on Broad Street. In the early 1960s, it was moved to the Ashmolean Museum, which was built in the mid-19th century and significantly extended about 10 years ago. And of course, the text from Bodleian Library were moved here to the China Center, which, as Lauren said, opened last year. What's particularly important about this center is that it is multidisciplinary and that it studies China from remote antiquity to the present day. Less well known is a collection about an hour from Oxford. It is one of the top 3 Chinese collections in Europe. The director of Compton Verney, Stephen Parison, is with us today, and he will be delighted to tell you more about the collection. And if any of you would like to visit or have the time to visit, he will be very happy to try to arrange that for you. So, in conclusion, we look to the future to bringing together research data about heritage. And the point of this event is to try to strengthen our collaboration and to try to make heritage a major cluster on this web of data.